Good morning, everyone. So this is the morning after the night before. The storm has abated and I'm ready to go on another workout. I've got my coffee, but I've also got a glass of water. Make sure that you've got something to stay hydrated with. You might need a chair, you'll need a mat. And also this week we're gonna put some weights in as well as using body weight. And today our workout is gonna have three distinct phases. One is about cardio, so really taking that heart rate up, pumping the blood through the whole of the body, right down to the smallest little tiny capillaries. Imagine all those capillaries in your kidneys and right there deeply embedded in your heart. Imagine all those tiny little capillaries in your toes and in your fingers. We're going to take that blood zinging through every little channel in your body. And we're also going to work on the upper body strength, so we're going to do some arms with the weights, and we're going to do a big leg section. Okay, hour of work. Make sure you've got a drink. And so let's go. All right, so we're just going to lift up the front knee as opposed to your back knee. I think you've only got two to choose from, so lift up a knee, taking those shoulders back, rotating your ankle. Keep the shoulders back and feel that you're using your abs to lift that leg. Support yourself with a chair if you're a bit wibbly wobbly. Rotate back in the other direction. And then let's swap sides. So again, keep the shoulders back, lift that knee, rotate. Rotate. Fantastic. Take it back in the other way. And then let's take it right up to the shoulders. Knees are soft and your weight is in your heels. So there's a little softness, you're not squatting, but your sort of knees are your shock absorbers really. They're sort of suspending you as you take that weight down and then wind those shoulders back. Let the elbows lead and don't forget to breathe. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze and squeeze. Let's take that movement back in the other way. Again, your knees are your shock absorbers, and big circles with your shoulders, bigger circles with your elbows. And the aim of the game is to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Fantastic. Okay, so let's develop that knee movement with some gentle squats, just pushing into the heels, sending the bottom out behind you, using a chair to support you, but don't lean on that chair, just use that chair to support you as you take your weight into your heels and you feel your balance compromised, so that chair can just be your confidence. Take those hips out, and as you come up, a good old squeeze through your lady bits and a little pelvic bip, bop. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, let's move these into a forward lunge, just stepping forwards, one leg at a time. As you step forward, you're planting the heel, pushing on the back toe. Don't worry about covering masses of ground and making big lunges here. What you want to really concentrate on is bending both legs. Plant that front heel, back toe. Keep the elbows away from the body. Feeling yourself being lifted by your core, planting that front heel, back toe, pushing you back up. And now if you want, add a forward reach by swinging those arms, and you'll just feel your balance is slightly challenged by that. Your core works harder and maybe your stride gets longer. Heart rate is accelerating, which is what we want. We're going to add some flexibility in here, so rotate over the bent leg, step and rotate, warming up, loosening up, maybe in those rotations, feeling the lower back and the glutes involved in this. Don't do anything so that it hurts. Try and discern the difference between working pain and don't do it pain. Only you can decide that. If it hurts your lower back, then just keep doing straightforward lunges. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Let's send those hips on some circles. As big a circle as you can. transferring the weight from the back of the foot to the ball of the foot. Let's send those circles the other way as we warm up, ready for a good bit of work today. Warming up the joints, taking that heart rate just a little bit higher, putting up your lady bits as you come to the front. Now let's just slide one foot to the side, and you want the back of your hands to be in contact with your leg as you just reach down that leg, popping the hip out and up. Use your abs to support you and use your glutes for a big squeeze as you come up. If you want to widen this move, take a hand above your shoulders and rotate the shoulder by rotating your palm. Whoop. Keep changing my view. Popping the hip out, reaching, keeping the back of the hand in contact with your leg as you scoot down and you come back up. Let's swap sides, so shuffle those feet around so that one foot is facing me and one foot is facing away. Take the back of the hand down that leg, keeping those abs engaged, squeezing your bum cheeks as you come up, exploring your personal mobility. You know, it might be that this is your limit. That's absolutely fine. If this is your limit, work on holding those abs firm and giving it that glute squeeze, your bum cheek squeeze as you come up, popping that hip out. And then try exhaling and see if you can go further. Extend an arm upwards, rotate the palm if you want. Feeling that maybe down the backs of the legs as well. Reach as low as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to take the arms back. Knees are soft. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Deep breaths. And we're going to bring the arms forward. Great way to start the day. I don't know if anybody's doing this in the morning. I know I've got some people who like to do these workouts in the evening. Really doesn't matter when you do them, just so long as you do them at least once a week. And then we're just going to reach across, lifting the toe up. Keep going. I'm just going to adjust my washing line. I realise my washing line's a bit low. Keep reaching across the side, peeling a heel up off the floor, exploring your range. And I think that's us warmed up and ready to go. So I'm going to set a timer for 30 seconds of work, and then we're going to have 20 seconds of rest. So the first move we're going to do is high knees. So I want you bringing your knees up either on a march like this, or maybe you're going to jog it. It's up to you. 20, 30 seconds of work. So let's set ourselves up. Shoulders are back, elbows are away from the body. Always something with this thing. And we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's bring those knees up. You've got your elbows tucked into your waist. And as you bring your knees up, point the toes, slapping your hands, you're halfway through. So how about speeding it up? Keep the shoulders back and breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go again on those high knees. We're going to do each thing 3 times. Sometimes we rampage through, but this time we're going to do each thing 3 times. First, to explore the move. Second, to perfect the move. And third, to endure the move. So really working on that endurance aspect. Let's go. Bringing those knees up. If you want to hop, you could. So you add that cardio in, keeping the elbows tucked into the body if you're using your hands as a gauge. If not, keep the elbows away from the body so that you're using the core to bring those knees up. 10 seconds are left. Let's speed it up. 3, 2, and 1. Kick it out. You're on your last rest before we do ours for the last time. So everything you've learned in that move, is it your breath that you're thinking about? Is it elbows away from the body? Is it knees up? If you don't like the move, breathe it. This is where you're in pure cardio. Let's go. Because you've only got 30 seconds to do this. You might be marching on the spot absolutely as fast as you can. Saw those elbows, keep the chin up. Breathing. You've got 10 seconds left. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. What a start. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves a weight and we're going to do some weighted squats. So set yourself up for your squats. Your weight is going to be in your heels, holding on to that weight. If you don't want to do a weighted squat, just do it body weight. It's simply up to you. Let's go. Taking the weight into your heels, pushing up with a nice explosive butt squeeze. You're halfway through, taking that heart rate up. Take those hips as low as you can. Can they come as low as your knees? If your hips aren't coming low, that doesn't matter. Is your bottom sailing right out? Take a little rest. Is your bottom sailing out? Is your weight in your hip? What you want to be sure of is that we haven't got any knees coming over your toes all the time. It's that bottom leading the move and a nice straight back, okay? Whether you're holding a bag of sugar, tin of beans, or your 50-kilo dumbbell. Let's go. Speed squats. You're doing your personal best here. Into the heels, popping up, breathing with 10 seconds left. Shoulders are back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, everyone, quick sip maybe, and a reset. Reset. You're going to do your absolute best squats. If you want to come up with an overhead reach, you can. That's your choice. Otherwise, keep that weight tucked into the chin. Get a bottom sailing out behind. Pushing that weight over your head. If you want cardio challenge every step of the way, sink the hips down. Can they go as low as your knees? Keep the weight in your heels. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Next, we're going to take it into a mountain climber. So I'm going to demonstrate this on a chair, or maybe you're on a mat. So you've got your chair, you've got your hands under your shoulders, and your feet are as far out as they can go. Okay, we don't want your feet in too close. Walk them out so that your core is really compromised. Keep that weight coming forward. Keep those shoulders over those hands and bring those knees to the chest. If you're on the floor on the mat, it's the same technique, only rather than at a 45-degree angle, you are parallel to the floor. Crunching in. Keep breathing. Crunch those knees in and in. Fantastic. So now your chair mountain climbers know what to do. We're going to take it down to the floor. I'm going to go with you. Floor mountain climbers, you've already done one round. Let's set up good and proper. Hands under shoulders. You're in that high plank position and you're going to bring your knees up to the chest and you're going to breathe. Let's go. Check by slowing the move down that you're really bringing those knees up into your belly. so that you've got really good technique before you speed up. Whew. Whew. So now, this is third round. You know what you're aiming for. Are you aiming for bringing that weight forward on those hands? Are you aiming for knees to chest? Are you aiming for speed because you've got your technique right? This last round is up to you. There's lots to think about. Let's go. Breathing all the way. Keep that weight coming forward. Push into the heels of the hands. Tough round. Thank goodness they're out of the way. We're going to do another cardio move now. Running punches. So we're going to use our high knees, but this time we've got our elbows away from the body, and you are going to punch as you bring the knees up. Let's go. You can march these. Get your technique right. Punching and punching. Quite a hard one after the mountain climbers. So use your breath, point the toes. Knees as high as the waistband of your shorts. Okay, wind the arms back. If you want to, hold your weights. And you can do some running punches holding your weights. If you don't want to use weights, that's absolutely fine. You can speed up those running punches. Keep the knees coming forward. So slow them down, use the weights. Speed them up, bring the knees forward. Keep the height on the knees. Check that your hands are coming out from your shoulders. Breathing. Well done. Oh, I've got a low battery situation. Just pause this after this next round and I'll reset a charger and the timer. Okay, let's go. Last round. Elbows up, holding onto your weights. Let's go. Push those weights out. Keep them coming back to your shoulders. Or maybe you're weight free and you're going for speed. Using the abs to lift those knees. Elbows high. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. So grab yourself a drink before we go into our next interval. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do are some deadlifts. Now you can do these body weight or you can use your weight. We are going to take the bottom out behind, take the weight down close to your legs. If you don't want to do this with a weight, put your hands on your body, on your bottom, and you're going to push into the heels and come up with a bum squeeze. Or you can hold a weight, keep it close, you're just taking it down to just below your knees, and up you come with a good old bum squeeze. So let's have a really good setup here. Shoulders are wound back, your weight is in your heels, and let's go. Take it down slow, come up quick. Squeeze those bum cheeks, and exhale. Keep the head up so your back is flat. Fantastic. You can load the weight really heavy, or you can just go for a lighter weight and get a few more reps in. It's totally up to you. It's a really good core conditioner because your core is supported by these biggest muscles in your body, the glutes. And you're just going down till you feel that little nip in your hamstrings, and up we come. Let's go. Holding onto your weight, whether you've got a kettlebell, whether you've got a tin of beans, whether you've got a filled milk bottle or a dumbbell, it doesn't matter. Feel that work. Feel that squeeze in your glutes. Feel that pop forward with your hips. Keeping the shoulders back. Okay, one more round to go on these deadlifts. We're going really well through this cardio, guys. We're doing really, really well. Have a good setup. Feet are hip width apart. Wind the shoulders back. Hold your weight, and you're going to take that weight back into your heels. Let's go. Keep the weight close to the body. Slow it right down. Come up quick, if that's what you prefer. Slow it right down. Come up with some force. Really working the power in your glutes. Fantastic. Okay, so that is our deadlifts. We're going to have a go at some karate kicks. Okay, these are quite fun. So you're just going to kick out to the side. Now it might be that what you want is a chair to hold, and you're going to really use that chair to support you as you do some lifting. You'll feel this on the inner legs, you'll feel it in the hips. Let's go. Karate kicks. Kick to the side, kick to the front, just kicking, flicking those ankles out. Add a punch in the same direction as your leg is going. Keep the elbows high. Lean in. Lifting through your core. Kick and kick. Fantastic. Okay, don't forget you can have that chair and you can really kick. If you want to, do two on each side. Really feeling that work in the hip, trying to keep the shoulders stable so that you engage the core on those kicks. Set yourselves up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Elbows are high. If you don't like me making you do all these workouts, you can kick the screen. Kick me. After all, I'm kicking you. Kick me back. Okay, let's speed them up. Kick and rotate those shoulders. Go for a bit of shoulder movement if you can. You can keep your hands on your waist if your hands are putting you off balance. But try and get that shoulder movement so you're rotating through the core. Last set. So this is your endurance. This is the set that you probably wouldn't do on your own. This is what you've paid me a fiver for, endurance. So let's wind those shoulders back. You're going to set up, you're going to kick, you're going to punch, or you're going to rotate the shoulders. It's totally up to you. Let's go. Holding onto that chair if you need that stability. Add a punch. Kick as high as you can. As you're fatiguing, can you get that foot as high as your hip? Can you get it as high as when you first started doing this interval? Keep the elbows high. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and last of all, we're going to really go for some fast feet. Okay, I'm going to call out little intervals. You can either go for fast feet for the whole 30 seconds, or just do some little bursts with me. I'll count 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, elbows away from the body. You're going to move those feet tiny. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick, kick. Go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick, kick. Otherwise you're keeping on going for the last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. This is designed to take your heart rate up. So now call out your own little intervals, 10 seconds, or go with me for the whole 30 seconds. What we want to be doing is right on the toes. The floor is made of lava. You are bringing up your knees as fast as you can. Shoulders are back, elbows are away from the body. Keep going, keep counting your interval. Keep those feet moving. You're halfway through our interval right now. Just breathe, because you've got it for the last 10 seconds. Feeling it maybe in the inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. If this is too much, just bringing those feet up really, really fast. Taking your bottom out, knees coming forward, elbows away from the body. Just marching it as fast as you can if you don't want that impact. Although it is pretty low impact, this move. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Can you bring those feet even faster? Can you sit into it even more? Feeling the burn in the quads, in the inner thigh. Elbows away from the body. You're halfway through. Sit back into it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, my gracious gumdrops. Take yourselves a drink and stop the current timer. Okay, stop. Gosh, very particular on the iPad, this one. So we've got a longer interval now to do some upper body weight work. So grab your weights, whether you've got your dumbbells, whether you've got your filled milk bottles or your 2 cans of beans. It really doesn't matter. We're going to have a 45-second set of work. Slow it right down, but also you know that you've got the right weights. If the last couple of reps, if you're absolutely desperate for that bell to ring, then you know that you've got the right weights. You want to really be squeezing the last couple of reps out of nowhere. So the first move we're going to do is a forward press and overhead press. Forward press and overhead press. So just check that you're in a really good setup. We're on the low interval right now. So your weight is in your heels, your feet are hip width apart, and you're going to keep those elbows high as you press forward together and up. And as you press forward, engage the abs by sinking into the heels. And use the breath. So keep the elbows high and pressing up. Press forward. Don't lock those knees out. Keep the weight in the heels. Press forward and reach up. Press forward, reach up. Feeling that work in your shoulders. Feeling your abs supporting that move. Knees are soft. Heels are firmly fixed to the floor. And you're breathing. You've got 10 sweet seconds left on this move, starting now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last, overhead reach. Whew. Okay, we are going to take one of those weights in your hands, and you can lock your knees out for this, and you are going to take it over your body, reaching up and pushing into the sky, keeping the elbows close. Your elbows are going to want to drift away all the time. Keep squeezing those elbows in towards your ears. Sink into your heels. Your knees are soft. And you are just repeating those tricep presses. Breathing. Feeling that burn in the back of the arms. Tilting your pelvis under. Checking that there's no neck pain. Keep your spine neutral by relaxing the knees. Elbows squeezing in. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Fantastic. Tricep presses. Grab 2 weights. We're going to go for a good old-fashioned bicep curl. So it's the same position for your tricep press. weight is in your heels. You want to keep your elbows really tight, and we're going to curl up and we're going to curl down. Keep it controlled in both directions. Bring those weights up to the shoulders and lower, controlled. Pushing into the heels, keeping your chin up, core is engaged. Controlled curl and a drop. Controlled in both ways. Push into your heels, relax the spine. Knees are soft. Slow, controlled move. Abs are engaged. Breathing as you go. Curling controlled. Fantastic. Bicep curl. Brilliant. Okay, next one we're going to do is my favourite. This is a real shoulder burner. So grab your weight, grab your tin of beans, keep it at eye level, and you're going to do it like a child playing on a steering wheel. So you're going to rotate that weight in front of your head. Get as much mobility in your shoulder as you can. As you turn that weight, holding it forward. Your weight is in your heels, knees are soft, and what starts off like an easy move becomes quite endurance as we go through the interval. Keep going. Low battery. Why low battery? Oh, I need to switch it on at the wall. You've got 10 seconds left. Keep going. Here we go. We're good. 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that tech problem, everybody. It's all to do with power. Okay, so grab 2 weights and really remember your stance, which is in your heels. Knees aren't locked out. As soon as we lock our knees out, all this happens. And you're going to take forward circles. Elbows are as high as your shoulders. Knees are soft, but you're not squatting. You've just sunk into your hips. And you're giving that weight to the floor. And you're circling forwards and breathing. Breathing and breathing. Keep those elbow circles coming forwards. Get as much movement as you can. Using the shoulders, feeling those muscles underneath your shoulder blades. Working those traps. Whew, relax the arms. Some little shrugs maybe. So we're going to take that same goddess stance, okay? Lifting those elbows up, and this time your circles are going back, backwards, backwards. This is our last weighted move. Breathe. Feel the fatigue in those shoulders. Breathe into it. Feed those muscles with oxygen. Push into the heels. 15 seconds are left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Whew, well done. Grab yourselves a quick drink of water, and we're going to move onto the floor. So we're going to give the upper body a rest, and we're going to really think about the legs. Real good moves for us today to really work those glutes. Now you might be feeling a little bit in those glutes from our squats and from our karate kicks and from our deadlifts. So we've really woken them up, the glutes up. So we're really going to work the legs and the bottom. So you're going to set yourself up. Let me get my notebook. You're going to set yourself up with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, okay? And you're going to take your right leg out to the side, and from elevated you're going to push. All the time though, you're checking that your weight is still coming in to your front hands so that we haven't got any massive sort of upper body rotation Okay, it is really a lift from the hip. You can return that leg to the floor between reps, return the knee to the floor, or you can keep it elevated. If you want more work with a straight leg, then you've got more weight, okay? Bending the knee just halves the action. Okay, so let's have a good setup, waiting for the bell. This is going to be 45 seconds, so a bit of endurance. Breathe into it. And lift and lift. Lift and lift that knee. Check that you are not rotating that upper body. Lift and lift. If you've extended that leg, keep lifting through the heel. Lift and lift. Maybe you're returning to the floor for a little recovery. Pushing into the heels of the hands. And breathing. Lift and lift. Oh, well done. Okay, we're going to go on the other side. So you're going to lift the left knee up and out to the side, all the time checking that your shoulders are stacked over the heels of your hands. Okay, waiting for that bell, and let's go. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. Lifting that knee, pushing into the heels of the hands. Lift and lift. If it's burning into your hip, keep breathing. Check that your head is not looking at your belly button. Check that your head's not looking ahead. Your head is just neutral, so there's no neck pain on this. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. Lift through the hip. Pushing into the heels of the hands. Oh my word, that is a thing. So now on that right leg, you're going to take your foot behind you and you're going to push through your heel. So you're kicking up with a bent knee and your weight is still in your front hands. Your front hands as opposed to your back hands, what am I on about? But your weight is still in the heels of your hands, and push up with your heel, feeling that work in your bottom. Again, check in with your neck and keep breathing as you push and push. If you want to return the knee to the floor, you can. And do a very single donkey kick, which will give you a lot of mobility there. Otherwise, just keep pushing. Pushing that muscle. Whew. Okay, there's also a lot of work on that in your abs as well. So your abs are engaged as you are helping that heel push. So let's do a setup. Take the other foot up. Your knee is bent. And through that heel, push. Feeling this work in your bum, right in your bum cheek. Push into the heels of the hands that are under your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe and breathe. Breathe and breathe. Breathe and breathe. Pushing up with that heel. And lastly, we're going to lie on our side. Maybe your bottom leg is curled under. Check that your elbow is under your shoulder, and we're going to lift the leg. Just lifting through the hip, lift and lift. You can return that leg to the floor if you want. You can have that lower leg extended. Up to you. Pulse. One little tip is just point the toe down. If you point the toe down, you'll work the outer leg a bit more, the outside of the hip. And lift and lift. And breathe and breathe. Check that your elbow is underneath your shoulder, your abs are engaged, shoulders are back, toe pointing down, Lift and lift. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. And we're going to swap sides. Whew. So set yourself up, elbow under shoulder, lower leg bent, okay, and you're going to lift and lift. Drop that toe down and feeling that work in the hip as you lift and lift. Breathe and breathe. If you find that you're sort of struggling with posture, just pop your fingertips on the mat in front so that you can support your abs. Keep those shoulders rolled back as you lift and lift. And breathe and get through our interval. Feeling the burn in the side of your hip, in your bum. If it's a good working burn, breathe into it. If it's a don't do it burn, don't do it. Lift and lift. And fantastic. Okay, so the bit I haven't posted up about is endurance, which is actually something that we are experiencing right now. Grab your weights. We're going to go through the circuit again. So we're going to do forward press, overhead press. Let's go. Taking those weights up and pushing forward. Good setup, knees not locked, elbows high, pushing into your heels, using every bit of technique that you have, including the breath. To get through this, I know you can do it. You've done it before. Fantastic. Okay, we are now onto our tricep press. So single weight. Okay, if it helps to split the feet, to stagger the stance, it sometimes helps to support the spine and keep the head back. And you're going to press upwards. Keep the elbows coming into the ears. Don't let them drift apart. When you say to yourself, cool, I'm really good at this move, just bring your elbows in closer, and then you'll find that there's a bit more work to do. And breathe. You've got technique now. Let your breath guide you through. Keep those elbows close together. Let that weight completely disappear behind your head. Breathing, burning in the upper arms. And the next one we're going to do are our bicep curls, good and controlled, okay? So again, split stance, legs under the hips, and you're going to control a raise to shoulders and a controlled descent. As you control that move, really be pulling your belly button in towards your backbone and feel how your core will support that move. Your abs will support. Your back is not bowing and we've got absolutely no hip movement. Your core is solid. Head is up, move is controlled. Even with a tin of beans, you can do so much good work. Keep those elbows tight to the waist. Knees are soft. Breathing. Simple, powerful move, bicep curls. Steering wheels, okay? Here's one of our endurance moves. If you find that too much, bend the elbows. If you feel that your weight is a bit light, extend the arms. Again, so we're working with either half a lever or a full length of your arm. Notice how my knees are not locked out. Knees are soft, but I'm not squatting. Go for maximum rotation in your shoulder. Pull your belly button in towards your backbone. Get some strength through your core and your breath. Keep that weight in front of your face. Don't let it drop. You've got 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Whew, they are warming ones. And then we're going to do our forward circles. Now it might be that you're a bit tired now, so if you don't want to use your weights, you can do this just body weight. Just open your fingers and then let's take those circles forward. Otherwise you've got those dumbbells in your hands, and just feel your shoulders working. Feel the shoulder blades moving together. Keep the elbows high. Keep the weight in the heels. Belly button coming into the backbone. Great positioning. Means that you'll get the most out of this move. Circles and circles. Circles and circles. Make them small. Make them big. Keep breathing with 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, shake those arms, shrug that out, and we're going to go for another set. This time your circles are going backwards, okay? Either using your weights or you might be going body weight. Let's have that goddess stance and let's go. This is your workout. Make those circles fast. Make them slow. Breathing. Feed those muscles oxygen. Chin up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, here we go, onto the floor, taking it right down into the lower body, giving the upper body a rest. We're going to, excuse me cat, that's my mat. That on the mat. We're going to go for our hydrants. Knees out to the side. Let's go. Cheeky cat. Lifting that knee. You've been here before today. Let your body remind you of which bit you're going to work at. Lifting through the hip. Pushing the heels of the hands down. Keeping the spine neutral. Or breathing. Lift and lift. If you need to return that knee, that's absolutely fine. Go for as much mobility as you have. It might be that you're just lifting that knee a little bit, but you're working that hip. Feel that work in the hip. Flexibility and strength. Fantastic. We're going to go on the other side. So hands are under shoulders. Okay. Spine is neutral. Head is not looking forward or down at your belly button. You're just looking into the mid-distance. Lift that knee and we're going to pulse. If you want to extend the leg, as I say, you can do this as a whole leg exercise if you're feeling very strong and you want extra weight. Otherwise, lifting through that hip. Lift and breathe as you lift and lift. Lift and lift. Whew, fantastic. So now it's back to donkey kicks. So this time the movement is behind us, but your positioning of your upper body is still the same. Hands are under shoulders. You're pushing into the heels of your hands and you're pushing up with the heel of that foot. Check that your knees bend and you're pushing up to the sky. And you'll feel that work in your bottom. No pain in your back. You are feeling this in your bum. You can return the knee to the mat and have a little recovery, or you can push from elevated. Push and push into that heel. Push and push up to the sky. The temptation is to extend the leg, keep that bend in the knee. And we're going to switch over sides. And again, the temptation as you go through that and you start to tire is we start to push out at 45 degrees. You want to be you want that knee at 90 degrees and you're pushing that heel right to the sky. I know you can do this. Breathe. Think of all the technique points. Head, heels of hands, heel to sky, abs engaged, breathing. Cycle through those teaching points as you coach yourself in this move. Heel to sky. Burning in your bum. Burning in your bum. Okay, onto the side we go. Check that you've got your elbow under your shoulder. Bottom leg is bent or extended. And this time we're going to draw some circles with our heels. Let's circle forward and let's circle back. If this is too much, just do some leg lifts straight up and down. Circle forward, circle back, circle forward, circle back. Use those fingertips to support you if you feel that you're rolling. Circle forwards and circle back. Head up, circle forwards and rest. We're going to swap sides. As I say, if you don't like the circles, if it's feeling too much, impossible, go straight for some leg lifts. Let's have a good set up. Elbow underneath your shoulder, bottom leg bent, and let's circle forwards, circle back, circle forwards, circle back, circle forwards, circle back, circle forwards, support yourself with your fingertips, circle back, circle forwards, take it back. Woo! Fantastic. Grab yourselves a quick drink. Let me just check my timing because, yeah, right, great, I'm pleased with this. So we're gonna finish off now with a few cool down stretches. So I want you to pop something warm on if you feel like you're a bit sweaty, and grab yourself a quick drink of water, and we're gonna stretch it out to finish. We're gonna start off on the mat. We've done a lot of leg work, so there's going to be stretches for the legs, stretches for the upper body. So both knees are bent, small of your back is pushed into the floor, and we're going to squeeze a knee into the chest. Squeeze that knee in, breathing, and then holding on to the back of the leg. Let's extend the back of the lower leg, never the back of the joint. You don't want to be holding onto your joints at any point because they're inflamed, they've been working hard. So hold onto your long bones and let's pull that knee into the chest. Feeling a stretch in the hamstring, the back of your leg. Exhale as you pull the knee in. And find that your exhaling breath has a chance of increasing your range of motion. And then you're going to cross a knee over your lower leg and push that hip out to the side. And exhale. Third time, push the knee out and exhale. And if you want, take it up onto the heel and push the hip out. So you've raised the hips off the floor, pushing that knee out to the side. Stretching that hip. Last one. Drop those hips to the floor, uncross the legs, and then bring the other knee into the chest. Bring your chin up to meet your knee or somewhere thereabouts. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then, holding on to the lower leg, extend your leg and exhale as you bring that leg in, feeling that stretch in the back of the leg. Use your breath, the exhale, to be curious and see if you can increase your range of motion. But again, only go with working pain rather than this is bad for me pain. Cross your foot over your knee, pushing your upper knee out to the side on the exhale. Really pushing that knee out on your out breath. Checking that your supporting foot is underneath your bent knee. Dropping that foot lower down the thigh bone if you want to deepen that stretch. And then this is the option. Push into the heel, take the hips off the floor and push your knee out to the side. Sink the hips down as you inhale. Lift and push that knee down on the exhale. Good work. We're going to roll over onto our tummies and stretch out the front of the leg, the quads. So bring one foot in to your bottom. If you can't bring your foot in, this is the time to have a scarf handy. Loop the scarf around your foot and just pull that scarf so that you are stretching out the front of the leg, because some people haven't got that range of mobility but will still get that quad stretch. So you've got an imaginary scarf, just loop it around that foot and pull it in. And exhale. Pushing your hips down to the floor. And as you exhale, pulling your foot in or pulling that scarf or the belt or whatever you've got, tea towel, pulling it in. Feeling a stretch down the front of the leg. The world smells amazing today after all that rain, everyone. It's just incredible. And let's swap sides. I've got my face right down on my patio slabs and my moss smells immense. As you exhale, pull that foot in. Pushing your hips down to the floor. Release the foot. And then let's come up to kneeling. If kneeling isn't comfortable, come up and get yourself sat on your chair. And let's just take those shoulders back so that our chest is open. And then you're going to take one arm across the front of the body. And again, we're not going to hold onto the elbow. That joint has been working hard enough. So onto a long bone, either the lower arm or the upper arm. Just pulling on that bone and taking your face in the opposite direction to your hand. Stretching the shoulder. Feeling that stretch in the shoulder. Pulling your abs in, breathing into that stretch. As you exhale, just squeezing on that long bone, seeing if on the out breath you can extend your range of motion. Again, discerning what is your working pain and what is your don't do it pain. Cross the arm across, onto a long bone you go, faces in the opposite direction to your hand. And be curious with your range of motion and your breath. This is your moment. Pulling your abs in. Using the out breath to just pull on that arm. Let's come out of that stretch and let's take those arms forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And let's take those arms back. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades together and reaching up. What a great start to the day. I feel like I've washed away I was quite headachy with the electricity and the storm last night, which is unusual. I don't get headaches, and it was not nice feeling last night. So I don't know about you, but I feel tons better, and I hope you go on to have a great day. See you next time.